to get to know Mahmut also through this event. And to begin with, I wanted to introduce Mahmut Abogalva, who is with us, who is the scriptwriter and editor of the film we just saw, Between Two Crossings. Mahmut was born and raised in Gazze and worked as a maths and science teacher before he decided to quit and start working as a scriptwriter for children's TV programs, where he was exposed to the world of video production. His newly found passion for video editing led him to work as an editor on documentaries and news reports for local and international outlets such as Al Jazeera, UNRWA, production over 10 years. After he left Gazze in 2017, he lived in Paris for 3 years and then relocated to Istanbul, where he currently based. He has worked as a photographer, scriptwriter, editor, producer, director of independent films, both fiction and documentary, and of educational programs for local TV and international NGOs. As well as an archivist also. He's going to present us the work as he's doing as an archivist at the moment. He was the technical director of the Red Carpet Human Rights Film Festival, which is organized in Gazze. And maybe also we would like to say a couple of words about Yasser Murtaja, who is the director of the film we saw. So Between Two Crossings was directed by the late Yasser Murtaja, Mahmut's dear friend, a Palestinian journalist and a filmmaker from Gazze, who was shot and killed by an Israeli sniper on April 6, 2018, while covering the Great March of Return on the Gaza-Israel border, despite him wearing a bulletproof vest and helmet that were both unambiguously marked with word press. Yasser, who worked for Gaza-based production company Ain Media, dedicated his life to capturing the daily life of Palestinians living in besieged Gaza under the prolonged Israeli colonial closure. And maybe we were thinking that it would be good to begin with the journey of the film, and as I think that it's really intertwined with your own personal story. So maybe can you tell us a little bit about the process of the film and how it's been, the way in which it's been circulating and coming back to you?
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. First, thank for everyone coming for this event for Gaza. First, thanks for everyone's coming here for event for Gaza and people in Campton. For me and Yasser is long story, actually. And between two borders, it's not, the film is not belong to Noor, actually, it's belong to Yasser. Yasser make his dream and make his wishing by Noor, because it's gear, and when you make film about gear, it's will in place like Gaza, it will pass the world. But because I know the story and how it's beginning, I can tell you the hero in the film is Yasser, and the videographer is Yasser and Rushdie and Mu'tasim. Mu'tasim is the brother of Yasser. And Yasser is die without leaving Gaza, and he try, actually, he and him and me, we are trying to lift Gaza more than 5 times, and we never left that in 2060, because that he decided to make the film about Noor. And this style of the film it's about to live with the characters everywhere, in the home, in the cafe, every details. And that time, when he began to speak with me about how we can make this style of film and beginning write the notes and the screenwriter, he decided to make this film in with his money, without any accept any money from anyone. So because he was think this is my dream to live Gaza. And I will told you just the story of the last 4 days and make the film. And that time it was the in Gaza it's a great return event. The people go to the border with the flag and we make fire to told Israel we have right to return to our home. And in that time I was working in edit, and Yasser every day we are beginning work at 10. We are working together from 10 to 12, and Yasser go to the event from 12 to 4 and return. And I remember one day we are working, and he called me. I told him I will late until 12 or 1. So he told me, okay, I will go to the event, and we can come and edit together at 4. And that day, Yasser is shooting in his back, and the bullet is it's from sniper, and this kind of bullet is you go inside the body and stay in the body and explore inside the body. So I blame myself in this day why I never go to the edit at the morning. At least he will not go to the event. So in the night, after long bad day, he died. And for the film, it was 2 days to finish. And that day we stopped edit, and I decided I will not complete. And in that time, I and Yasser try to leave Gaza, because we make for this film it's called Bisan. And this Bisan, it's documentary film about child stayed under the rubber like 9 hours, and Yasser filming all of this 9 hours, how the people tried to let Bisan go out. And we try, but he never success to leave Gaza, but he lived the life actually. And after 2 days, I decided to leave Gaza. And in that time, the borders was open and closed. But if it's open and you have money, you can. And I pay like in that time it was $3,000 for put your name in the list, and you can lift Gaza. And I guess the film it's follow me. Yeah, I'm from Rafah. I guess the film is follow me. When I came the first time to Istanbul for the same story I told you, for find the archive for Gaza and the Ottoman time. Yeah, and Sultan helped us. Yeah, my friend here, she helped me to find one to bring the photo from the Istanbul library. I don't remember. And when I came to Istanbul, the film is screening here, and now it's coming back. But it's coming back because Rushdie is dying. Is the another photographer? It's killed during the war, and Mu'tasim he's still alive. That the story of the film in general, yeah.
And how did you meet with Nur? And do you know what she's and her family is up to now?
Actually, I know the family from Gazze. The family is one guy and 5 girls. And now the family is Noor in America, Fida in Canada, the mother in Indonesia, the father in Philippines, Wissam is in Istanbul. So the family after all of this, they are separate, each one in another country.
Are there any questions from Cape Town? Maybe we can have them now.
Yes, we do. We definitely have a lot of questions, emotions around the room. And Mahmoud, I just want to say thank you for being here today, for connecting with us. It's honestly an absolute honor to have you in the room. Just to give you a description, I know you're only seeing like one shot of everybody at the back here, but I know observing them watching the film, from my own experience, the first time that I watched the film, it's a different kind of film. The emotions that are in this room right now, the tears that are in this room right now, I cannot describe to you how honored we are to actually be able to watch this film and to speak to someone who's worked on the film in the room. So I'm going to actually open up the room. If we do have any questions, please just raise your hand and we'll hand you the mic. So you can just raise your hand if you have any questions. Use my mic. We're just testing the mic at the back, sorry. Do you have any questions? Hold it. Can you hold this for a second? I have to hold it closer.
He's actually raised the mic actually.
Yeah.
Oh, good evening. Can they hear? Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. I'm also a bit at a loss for words, but I'm also pleased that I'm able to watch this. I just want to ask about this family of, the family of Noor, this sort of separation of them all. I suppose this is just is this just a way of them finding a place in the world where they can be safe? And then I suppose the intention is one day to regroup again as a family? Or is just this sort of I'm saying, is it a temporary survival thing? Because it's actually just heartbreaking that people split up like this after the harrowing journey out of Gaza and Egypt. Sorry to say, I'm Muslim, as many of us are here, well, I'm not Arab, but the way they treat people, it's unbelievable. And so is this the temporary thing that people split up like this, or is just this the cause of their life?
Actually, because I coming from place, this place is war every time. So the first rules, it's just run away. It's from Gaza or Syria or any place have a war. You just want to run away, and after that you will decide you will meet again or not. For my family, actually, I am here. My brother in Ukraine in that other war. My father and half of my family in Egypt, and my mother and my sister and brother still in Gaza. Some people, they are success to pass Gaza, like the Noor family, but life outside your home is not like in your home. In our home, and we can meet anytime. We can collect each other, and but outside, Noor have dreams, so it will be in America. The mother doesn't have residentship to stay in Istanbul. She left to Indonesia. The father in Philippines because he find work. Another girl like Fida and Wala, they are married and go to another country. Actually, like people coming from war zone, we are beginning to think where you will be safe. It's not the new home, but at least a place you can live without any dangerous. You will die anytime. So it's the home. It's go with us. يعني. That's all.
Okay, I see we've got another hand. We've got 2 seconds.
Hi. Sorry? Oh, okay. Hi, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you so much for the work, firstly, and also to say really personal account into what it entails for every single person to try and leave. That's the first thing. And the second thing is Yasser's story as a journalist who was targeted continues now to almost over 140 and counting journalists who are still targeted, which is like the highest number of journalists in any conflict or genocide ever being killed. So I think that the forum is important for numerous reasons, and I just wanted to say that for me, probably one of the most striking things was seeing some of the scenes of Gaza, the Rafah border, that you can imagine at the time of making the film, there's a lot of difficulty at the time, but now you have to imagine like how much is still left, you know, and we've seen some of these scenes, especially the border in Rafah. We've seen some of this. We've seen so many videos. So to see it actually, as you said, there's always a moment after each attack that you want to leave. But the last thing I'd like to just say is that in recent times, when there were some attacks in Israel, you saw tons of scenes of Israelis flocking to the airport, trying to catch flights to go, and how easy it is for them to just have a little tiny little warning or one little scare, and the next thing they're on a flight, and so many places are allowing them to like just enter. And what it is for just one person to try and leave Gaza is just, the contrast is quite amazing. So thank you so much for your work. It's not a question, it's just a comment. Thanks.
Thank you. Actually, you are speaking. I remember one of my friend. He is die. Actually, he's called Ra'fat al-Arair. He beginning to make. He says something like about we are not number, and every people in Gaza not number. We are everyone have a dream. Everyone have goal. Everyone he is die. And during this war and the last war and the last war and the last have a story. Actually, the journalist work or the TV work, it's not speaking about this story, just speaking about number and the policy, the political things. But this is why the director and the screenwriter and the filmmaking is so important now for speaking about Gaza, because we will speak about the story, all of this story. If we are speaking about all of this story, it will be not finish or gone. So Yasser is one of actually more than 200 journalists and photographer. He is die in this war. I lose like more than 100 journalist friend died during this war, and they are working hard more than Yasser. But what happened with Yasser? It's because the camera catch the time, actually the time of his when he died, because he's died online actually in the in live, and a lot of them of journalists really have a more effect story. One of them is Mustafa Thuraya. The last photo you see here from the drone of Rafah, it's from Mustafa Thuraya. Mustafa Thuraya is Yasser learn him how he can use the drone.
And I think, in fact, the Israeli forces target especially drone operators.
Yeah, actually, during my work in this war and archive the genocide, in Gaza, I have 6 persons. They are use a drone. Yasser, Mustafa, Hamza, and Abdullah, and another Muhammad and Muhammad. 5 of them is die because they are targeting all of co-pilot drone. And Abdullah, he is in Qatar now because his leg is cut on his hand. And actually, the drone in the picture is the last. Some of the last picture it's coming from Gaza. Now, not a lot of drone shooting is coming from Gaza. So, but return what you are speaking. We are not number, and we are story actually. And at least, since 1 week we are finished a new film, and I hope it's published in social media in 2 days. It's about witnesses from Shifa Hospital, and for my work like screenwriter and editor, the film it will be screened in social media for Al Jazeera 360, and they are speaking the details. If you are really hear it, I'm working in the during the war since 7th of October. I decide to archive everything, but in this film, I still watch it and cry every time because the story is horrible. How they are let people naked, the Israeli soldier let people naked, walk naked during inside the hospital. How they are let the tank pass over the people, and how they are burning all the hospital building. And actually, this story must be the story, not the news. Actually, for me, the news will be the next news will delete the last, and everything will pass. But the story, the real story of the emotional real story, will be having all the time for the next generation and next, because the people actually, if you ask anyone what you save from the history, he told the story. So why, for me, it's so important to make good story like the film. When you are right screen, make the film or edit, I try to make good story. People can hear anytime with any place and can get it. So that because that the edit actually it's so hard, but so important for our story.
The filmmaking as a practice in itself sort of, has an ability to show, to look at one particular, like to say that we're not numbers.
Yeah.
And to open up a space and time, give enough time, just enough time, so that we can sit with a particular story, look at it, and think about it, be with it.
Yeah. Actually, it's will beginning after. For me, you see the first film Shijaiya. The first film Shijaiya, he speak about the effect of war. How is separate from his wife and he lived without his leg. The true war will beginning after the last bullet's gone. What happened now is genocide. The war between the people, how they are feeling, because I connect with my family in Gaza, and the first day they are have hope. Now they are just living without hope. Just living. It's not important now to eat. If there is something to eat, it's okay. It's nothing we will find tomorrow. But now it will be more hard and hard because the Rafah crossing will close, and to return to your point, the story, the true story we will make it actually, like filmmaker, and now I know everyone his work about Gaza, like filmmaker, and we decide to tell the story. We will find the good story to tell people, and we decide about that with archive. I make, so we will always help each other actually.
Maybe now we can watch the presentation. You have the footage.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is it-
Yes, I'm sure there are more questions from more friends in Cape Town, but I also want to make sure that we have enough time for your presentation.
Yes. Yes, we can start with the presentation, and then if we've got any more burning questions,
Yes,
we'll take
then-
them after that.
Perfect. Okay. Would you like to say something before we watch the work that you're doing, like with archive?
There is a lot to speak, to talk, but yeah, about this, it's just this is my decide to really archived all the genocide. I have this since 7th of October. I have this work to stay between 2 or 3 hours every day to collect the good picture, have a story, to collect the videos from social media, family, friend social media, or Getty Image, Reuters, Anadolu, any story I can see. It will be safe story. Any Rushes have a story I collected, and sometimes people like this Jazeera told me we need to confirm some places in Gaza to
Like the coordinates.
yeah. If there is a lot of videos coming from people in Gaza, and a lot of video is coming from soldier, Israeli soldier, they are published in social media. So I have a friend called Yunus Tirawi. He is collect and follow every soldier have put the video from Gaza, how they are burning and destroy the home, and I and some friend, we are confirm where is the place in XY location. So it's help. We try to help people in Gaza in this situation to let it's not just building destroy or one is die or 10. No. This is house have a story, have really dreams and boys, and this location. It's exist in Gaza. That in general our feeling about what we are doing.
Yes, it's an effort against erasure, because we all know that the ways in which they're destroying the facts, the destroying the archives.
Actually, in this time, If we 80% of Gaza is destroyed. Yeah. It destroy, not complete destroy and damage, but 80. You can think how is this war if 80% of location is this location 365 kilometer square meter and it's 80% is destroyed.
Shall we watch the video?
Actually, this video since 3 months, but now, and that time, we are trying to let people know Israel destroy everything. We are filming everything, and all of this is happening in Gaza. You can see some of videos from IDF channel in Telegram. We collect and see what is this, and we confirm. But now, everyone in the world get this. They are destroying everything. We are, and that time we are trying every day to confirm this happened here, this happened here. But now we are stopping because everything is destroyed.
And you told me that some of these footages, or the images, that you paid for them.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
I found that, I mean,
actually,
almost unbelievable, for you to pay for, but you have, please.
actually, what it's happened in this case, people they are filming with social media, and in social media we don't have like what's meaning. You don't know how you can document the what happened. Actually, there is rules. If you document, write the date, the time, the day, and the location by Google. But people in Gaza, they are document with motion, with song, and some word. So by the time this video will change and will be used in the another place and another country, will not anyone confirm this happened in Gaza. And in propaganda, Israel propaganda or Hasbara in Israel, they are making lying. After 1 month lying, this lie will be true. And if you check in X and write like Hasbara or Hasbara work, you will see a lot of video. They are told this is not happened in Gaza, it's happened in another place. This is for journalist work, but the most important for me in Facebook, from the beginning of the war, I published some of map and some of picture from general and people out of Gaza, the Palestinian out of Gaza, when they are make share, they are sent to me in Facebook. Please, can you confirm my home is destroyed or not? And they are sent to me a link from Google. And this picture you see, it's coming from 3 satellite. It's Sitline, satellite, Ballant, and Mixer. And I have access in the 3 satellite. Yeah, some of access is coming from Al Jazeera, some of them by sending message and give him a lot of money to let you have get the picture from the satellite. And like the server like Getty Image or Reuters or Anadolu or any agency journalists, they are not allowed to. You must pay to get the And for me, we are pay. And in the beginning, I was pay from my own money, but after that, people like channel or anyone to make film, it's beginning to pay with me and to get all of this rushes or footage. But the most important of this, what the people out of Gaza sent to me in Facebook, please confirm my home is this in this is link of my home. Can you see it's destroyed or not? And I check in the map like this. Yeah, it's destroyed. All of them, they are destroyed.
Maybe let's go back to Cape Town. If I assume there are more questions on your side.
I'm just going to check in the room if we do have any. We've got one question, yes. I'll just hand it over now.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mahmoud. Thanks for this film and sharing this incredible work that you're doing. I read about Yasha that he was married and he had a 1-year-old at the time of being killed. Do you have any news of him, of his family?
They are still in Rafah. I don't know, in Deir al-Balah. Rafah is empty now. Actually, Yasser have a Mu'tasim brother and another one, he is died in the war, and the father, he is died before. His wife and his son in Khan Yunis, Mawasi is the safe area in Gaza now. Rushdie, the another is died, but his wife now in Egypt. Actually, it's when you are look to the situation, you are feel so bad because in general now it's the most important of Yasser's story. If you are thinking about 20,000 child without father and mother now after 7 months, the number it's horrible really, but at least Yasser have this attention. It's good because Yasser is really good person. But in general, all the Palestinians they are try to find the family or find each other now in Gaza. That's all.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for spending time and shedding light for us, Mahmoud. I hate to do this because I know there's probably so many more questions in the room, but we do know that you are still going to continue the conversation on that side. And from our side, if there's any way that we can offer some form of support or even more solidarity than just these screenings, please do let us know. It's been an honor to connect with you guys that side and to just continue in this effort to show solidarity in whichever way we can. So on behalf of Bertha House, on behalf of the filmmakers who've come in solidarity, on behalf of us young ones who feel like we're not doing enough, we just want to say thank you again for being here today.
Thank you too.
Thank you for making this happen. So now we are back to Istanbul. So any questions to Mahmoud or comments regarding the films? One of the moments in Two Crossings that I was really struck with was in the beginning, Noor is talking to two of her friends just after her first visit to the US. So she's saying it's the world outside Gaza. It's not different. It's the real world. So like as if she was telling her friends that the real world is outside. Like we need to move. But now, in fact, like the world's reality is Gaza, and we are struggling to grapple with that reality. So like seeing that shift, I think it was shot in 2017 or so, like Gaza not being the disconnected from the real world now has become the place that defines our world's current moment.
Actually, in Gaza, we have 3 things. This is a small place, and the sea, and the family. You will not see mountain, you will not see river, you will not see train or airport or anything. And the color in Gaza, it's different to another country, really, the distance. Because from Erez to Rafah, it's 13 minutes. 13 minutes, really, if you are, it's so close. And for me, you can get what Noor mean. For me, I left Gaza when I was 26. So I never see mountain, I never see snow, because in Gaza we don't have snow. We don't have desert. We have sea and building, really. And after that, the first time across from Egypt to Paris, like 3 hours, my brain is beginning to work in another way, because the distance is not just the 13 minutes from Erez to Rafah. This is another things. If you have a bus from here to Antalya, it's 20 hours. So the distance in the mind of people is not like in Gaza. You can imagine yourself live 20 years in siege with electricity for hour. Your brain will have the siege, not the Gaza. They are working this. Israel is working to let the siege inside the brain of people, not just in Gaza. Sometimes I prefer if the electricity cut, because I want to remember. If you are in the Gaza, you are 4 hours every day during 20 years. The electricity come 4 hours, so your brain is work 4 hours. So actually, when you are moved, you will choke. Another things. Do you know there is a drone in Gaza? It's called Zannana. It's have sound. Imagine yourself 24 hours, you have this sound.
I saw it in another documentary,
Yeah.
like this sound. Trying to sleep under that sound was depicted in a documentary.
For me, 3 years I tried to let the sounds go out from my brain. 3 years, and I still have the sound in the deep of my brain. And you can imagine how these people now in the war, this sound is, if any video in social media, you will hear it. It's just not one drone. The sound is not coming from one drone in the sky of Gaza. And if you open flight 24 flight, you will see the drone with ND, and it's not noun, like 20 or 30 drone in the sky of Gaza, and make this sound. And this sound really destroy the brain, and let people angry always. So they are destroyed the society more than because that Norway go out, no sound, the glow of green, the glow of green of the tree. It's not like the glow of green in the tree in Gaza. Everything it's different. That's it.
Do we need to still continue with the mics, or shall we? Because we're not connected anymore, no?
But
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sorry. It's like being like this feeling of constantly being watched, and
Yeah.
an eye over you, and
It's
almost like the siege is not only like within the land, within the borders,
No,
but
the
also
siege.
like the siege in the mind, and
The mind,
like
yeah.
a thought, almost like a thought incarceration, or
Yeah. This is the more bad of the siege of Gaza. It's destroy the mind and the brain, really. and to destroy how you can think about relationship, think about to live, think really from 7th of October until now. If sometimes I don't want to eat because people don't eat and don't. If you are not, you will never drink Coca-Cola or Pepsi or anything belong to Israel because this in general. But actually, it's coming. Everything's Israel try really to destroy the consent and the brain of people. And if anyone I speak with them, they are coming from some of people, journalists, they are working in Anadolu agent. They are came here after 5 months. We are speaking, and they are still have this. No, you are speaking. He is here, but his brain, his soul is empty. You cannot imagine. يعني مؤمن, he is come. He is work for, with Anadolu agency. He is came here, and his wife and 4 of his child, they are died. And Anadolu success to bring him to Istanbul for the to stay here a while. And he always told us, I cannot stay here. I need to return. Because this feeling how I am alive and the another people dies, it's let him so messy and always crying. But now, before they are attacked Rafah, the Rafah crossing, it's most important to speak about that. In Rafah crossing, if you want to pass, you need, everyone need $5,000 to pass Rafah crossing.
$5,000 per
Really.
person
If you have family,
to live with.
yeah. The numbers speak about $8 million every day is go to Egyptian government from Gaza to let people pass Rafah crossing.
Literally, like profiting out of war
Yeah.
is what's happening.
Some of the people is coming with is go out without money. It's like who is inject or is ill or what. But at most, in general, a lot anyone he want to leave, he must pay $5,000 at least. Sometimes the number go to $12,000, and for the child 2,500. But after they are attack Rafah, and now the Rafah crossing now is the military base for soldier, and some picture is coming from
It
there.
happened 8 days ago, right?
Yeah, from
Like
since
very recently.
yeah.
Yes.
They are
May 7th.
destroy the Rafah crossing and its military base now. And people think, and we are speaking with each other, what next? It's no, now is no. And since today, the American ship is beginning to start to come to Gaza during the middle of Gaza. It's like the port, a new port in the middle of Gaza. So maybe they are thinking to let the new port for Gaza. It's from the sea. We don't know. But I have this feeling of the new port of Gaza is not Rafah or Erez is the port. They can control.
You mean the sea?
Yeah, we will return to sea. That is feeling about what will next happen. Will happen because sometimes when you are follow the news from 7 October until now, every day I follow the news. I follow what the Washington Post say, the New York Times say, what the Israeli journalists say inside. Some how they are deal with the news. Everything is good to finish this area. If the people want to go out, this time to let people go out. By the board, this will be more control, more than Rafah. Rafah, Israel will not control. It's between Palestinians. Now they can control. We will not let you pay $5,000. You can go out for free. And I guarantee not 100%, but if you told the people you have chance to leave Gaza from the board to Europe or any place, people will go. I hope I am wrong, but at least my mother, I measure this for my mother. My mother always told I will not leave Gaza, but she told me if they are told me with board, I will leave. So my mother told that. So the young, the child, we will say that what? And because what happened in Rafah and Israel, they are thinking we attack Rafah and all the news go to Rafah. But what they are doing another genocide is so bad in the north now. No people speak because they are knowing how is people thinking. We will let the people think about Rafah. But what happened now in the north? They are destroy everything. They are destroy the building. Is not. It's called Jabalia camp. Where is my home? They are destroying now. My friend sent to me message. They are destroying the middle of the camp. You are speaking about 3 kilo, destroy everything.
3 kilometers
Yeah.
square.
They are beginning to destroy. Now they are destroy Bet Hanun, Bet Lahia, Mukhayyam, Jabalia, and the middle of Gaza. So, if this is still until the end of this year, Gaza will disappear. And that let me think why everything has happened. It's hard to think about this. Now I am here, but I'm always told my friend I have this ability to return anytime I want to Gaza, to my home. I have this ability anytime this country or another country doesn't want me, I can return. But if you are thinking about people, they doesn't have this now. Mia doesn't have this luxury to return to home. So this is not effect for people inside Gaza, outside of Gaza. And at least people now another thing. They are left Gaza to Egypt. Now they have another war, how they are live in the new country. How they are work. This is story. And we
To
are
be an immigrant in another
And
country,
we are
that you know.
preparing to make a story. If you are go out of Gaza, what you will do? In Egypt, a lot of people try to live to survive now. Just in Egypt, because that doesn't have for Palestinians you need visa always to go anywhere. You cannot go to Turkey, you need visa, and you cannot make visa for Palestinian in Egypt. You must make it in Gaza. Gaza is destroyed. You cannot leave Egypt. Europe, you need visa. Any place. And for me, and I guess Egypt, it's good for people, but what next? That's all.
Any questions from the audience here?
I speak a lot.
No, it's really almost impossible to say anything.
So when you said leaving Gaza and living in Egypt. It's a story. And how was it for you to be in Istanbul and living in Istanbul?
I'm here actually for work, and I work here in Turkish company, and have resident, yeah, ish resident to work.
And you've been here. You've been here for the past 3 years, right? It's been 3 years.
Yeah. But for me, I have this ability to go to Europe or Egypt. I have visa to go anywhere, but I feel here. I am so close for my country that you hear that, because you this is what I, since I born in Gaza, I hear the color or the things. So to be in Istanbul, actually, it's helped me in my work. Now in Istanbul, we are making the first animation film with company, Turkish company. They are drawing the animation, and Australian company, and we are beginning to make work here. It will be published in 3 years, actually. So I have this ability to continue my work here. So for me, the work is the most important things I do, and in Istanbul, I can make it. Actually, the most bad things to be safe and your family is not safe. To be in Istanbul or any place in the world, your mind there. My mind always in Gaza, not in here. I can imagine. I always ask. There is food, water. Where is the? And sometimes it's happened. I know I'm good in locations. I know the place where there, and you see in social media, and you rocket in the El Balad street. I know my family in the Balad street. You are trying to call him or call anyone, no internet. So imagine yourself, there is rocket and your family there and no internet. You try to connect with another person, and he told me, yes, I know your family is safe. This is the situation. To be any place with your mind in Gaza, it's so bad, really. So bad, and I hope it's finished. So close, but like journalist, like a human, I hope it's finished. Like journalist, I see it will not finish. I see it will be in the end of this year or the next year, because we must know Gaza, it's returned under occupied. That's all. What happened, but now we are under occupied occupation. We are occupied and occupation, and I guess it's need 1 year, because no one know what was happening.
And for the film that you said you'll be finishing from the hospital, how? Yes. How did you get the footage or?
It's hard story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 teams in the north. 3 teams. One name is Khalid, is in the Jabalia, and 2 is them in Gaza, in the middle. And this team, we are try always to find way to send the information and footage from Gaza out of Gaza. This teams work for Al Jazeera. We are working for Al Jazeera and CNN, Fox, anyone you are imagine, for Anadolu, for anyone, we are give him the footage. and it's so hard to filming. And two of them they are die. Mustafa, who was take this picture, Abdullah, they are die, and Muhammad Masharawi, he is killed since months. They are working without send money. We are saving the money in the bank outside. So they are have a lot of money outside, because if you are we are sent, they will destroy. But this three team is working every day and filming every day. And if you have 1 giga at least 1 giga footage like shot, we need 3 days to send to us, because the internet is bad. We are buying from here SIM card, like 20 giga SIM card, and then send the SIM to him, and he make upload for 20. And if you are filming like 100 gigabyte for footage, we need 5 SIM card to let him upload. Yeah, it's so hard work. And
Because at the moment you cannot send money to Gaza, right? It's not possible to send money, but eSIM, like buying an eSIM,
just send the
is
code.
possible.
Yeah.
It's a way to.
Yeah. Now we are thinking about that it's north. Because north you cannot send money, and for Deir Balah and Khan Yunis and Rafah, you cannot send money. Deir al Balah, since today everything is stopped. Everything is stopped because no cash there. You cannot send money, actually.
But is it still possible to do the eSIM thing? Because I know some initiatives are working on, some people working on the eSIM sort of ways to, buy an eSIM, couple of eSIMs, so that they
just
could be used.
It is still anyone he is connect with agency or channel. The channel give him like 20 eSIM. He was like, if you watching Al Jazeera, there is Anas Sharif, is journalist. He use every day 6 eSIM. Every eSIM 20 giga. He used from there. And just we can help with eSIM to let him connect with his work, to send information or send the video. And just that what we can send to Gaza. eSIM. Really. And some food, but it's coming now. For North, it's coming from Erez. And Israel let like every day 5 to 10 tank of flour and food, and from the sky. That's all.
I'm also wondering, just because I assume maybe there are also other people here in the audience that would like to help, but don't know how to help because, there are crowds fundings, but it's not possible
Just
to
to
send
speak
money.
about Gaza.
But also maybe like through eSIM, if there's any particular.
The way to help.
Yeah. Actually, the eSIM is not problem for or the money, but to speak about
speak
Gaza
about it, of
always,
course,
it's because that actually I don't like to be and speak, because always my work
To
in
speak.
in the black. The edit is in the black, the screen light in the black. We are not showing ourselves, or I don't have social media, and for me, I delete social media. We are working that without showing ourselves. But because that, what I want to say, if you are speaking about Gaza, what happened always and always, you change. Not a lot of change, a big change, but by time, something changed. People now in university, and the student in university is beginning to speak. They are speaking now because another people speak. for them. And this war is not from 7th of October. It's long time. So now there is a new this change, and I hope it's another thing that change for knowledge of people or in the world. Just.
Hı hı. Aha.
I just want to ask that how Noor and their family let you shoot them in their real environment and their really private house. Are they just say, yes, you can do it, or you have to say that it will be a really good movie, please let me shoot and whatever?
It's the style of the film. It's to let the cameras follow the figure or follow the character. So the story is coming in the film because the details. If you are filming and you need details, let people connect with the characters. You need to see them, not to stand and speaking. You need to see them in his house, in the cafe, and he is sleeping, he is walking. So you will live with him and connect emotionally with him. And it's hard for some people to make this, but actually Noor, it's believe in Yasser vision, or and she want in that time to make this film to let people know how the student in Gaza they are suffering, and every student have a dream to leave Gaza and study in the outside. Not all of them is success, but Noor success after 6 months trying. And because that, Noor accept the vision of the film to let the camera follow you anytime in the house, in your room, in any place, just to let the people. And because that you say it's beautiful and emotional because you see her everywhere. You're not just one who is stand and speak to the camera like interview. And this is lifestyle shooting. It's hard, it's not success in all the film, but in kind of the film is success. That's it.
Yes. Maybe like before we end, just one last question. I know that I'm also afraid that we're exhausting you, but I remember we spoke about that the beauty of Gazze. Maybe because it's all about the land, right? It's all about land and land grabbing, and we're talking all like about destruction, degradation, like all of these things, and also your effort and call to speak and to, you know, so I think it's also important for us to sort of have a space, open a space to talk about the beauty of the sea, beauty of the Gazze that you were telling me about in our initial conversation. Just if you would like to say some few words before we end.
I want to say something about that is you can have land or location, but home is not location, actually. Home, it's person, or home where is your mother, home where is your childhood, home where is you know, the taste of food, the smell of the rain or the smell of the sea. That's home. And no place will, no place in all this world will change the feeling of home. And still Gaza and home is beautiful in general. There is film, it's called Home is Beautiful, and because you are connected from your heart and your emotion with this place. Connect with the people, the face of people, the smiling, the kind of chocolate is bad, but it's from home. It's very nice because we kind of water. It's so bad, but I miss them.
It's your water.
Yeah, it's our water. This is home, and no place, Istanbul or any place, you know, it's not like home. And if you are traveling for work or to make something, you will not have this nostalgia. Nostalgia. But if you don't have this choice to return, you will live with nostalgia and you try to carry your home always. Yeah, you carry with home with sticker in your laptop. You are in your mind actually. And Gaza is beautiful, really beautiful, because the sea. And last year before 7th of October in May, no, in March, I decided to return Gaza. In 1 week, I decided to return, and I returned to Gaza for 10 days. Actually, it was 7 days, but what happened? I pay three in that time to pay to cross the Rafah crossing. It was $400 because it's good time. I pay $400 to leave Gaza after 7 days, and I write my name. It's Mahmoud Abu Alwa. It's without dot in Arabic. And Egyptian side let me return to Gaza because you're in passport Mahmoud Abu Ghalwa is dot, and in the in the in the, in the paper is no dot. Return to Gaza. And after 3 days, they are changed the name and let me pass. After waiting 12 hours, يعني you can imagine from my home to Rafah crossing, تمام, 13 minutes. From Rafah crossing Gaza to Rafah Egyptian side, you need 4 hours for checking. You are staying in Rafah crossing Egyptian side like 12 hours for check, and there is no system, just still in paper, no computer system. After that, you need 8 hours to get Cairo. So it's one border. The border is 3 meters. So you need like 2 days, 1.5 days to pass it. Or just 3 meters. You need to get from here to here 2 days. And after that, from here to any place in the world, 3 hours. So how you can imagine how is the Palestinian feel? It's bad feeling, really bad. Now we don't have Rafah crossing, nothing. That's all. Thank you.
Any last comments, questions, anything before we end? There's one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Çok teşekkür ederim öncelikle. Sizi çok sevdiğimizi bilin. Elimizden gelen her şeyi yapmaya çalıştığımızı ve her zaman kalbimizin sizinle attığını önce söylemek istiyorum ben.
Know that we love you and our heart beats with yours.
Biz buradan baktığımızda bu hapishanenin tek sorumlusu olarak İsrail'i görüyoruz. Peki Gazze'den bakan biri için tek sorumlu İsrail mi yoksa başkaları da var mı diye sormak istiyorum ben.
When we look from here, we see Israel as the only force to blame for this prison. From Gaza, do you see any other culprits?
Actually, they are not need the prison. They are need to destroy Gaza. They are used to. We need to return the prison. We need the Israeli return to the Israel. But the strategy of Israel in Gaza is not try to return the people, the present to Israel. They are destroying Gaza because if you want to return, you will not use like 3 nuclear bombing to destroy Gaza because you will kill them. But they are use this situation to destroy this place. Actually, and if from the beginning you have this confused how is 7th of October has happened, and after that you will see all the news Israel have like to defend his soul Israel, and this the people say and return again and again and again, and what next? Nothing returned to Gaza from Israel prison, and the situation Gaza is destroyed because really they are sent to Gaza 3 nuclear bomb. How they are thinking we will return the prison by sending all of this bomb to Gaza.
But if we change the question, then is it only Israel who is responsible for the destruction? What would your answer be? Who is collaborating with Israel?
I guess that's the other responsible.
We must remember one thing: Palestine under occupation. So that's all. We are still under occupation, and Israel. For myself, I see Israel is like, and we can finish after that. I see Israel like machine war, and machine war it's need oil for working, and if you want to destroy this machine, you let this machine stop killing. If you give this machine reason to kill people, it will work more and more and more and more and more. And for me, Israel is not country; it's company. It's company for America and Europe. Yeah, for the West. It's company in this place. So we are not deal with. Doesn't have this mind to speak. It's just killing. So if another things, the Palestinian, okay, there is some people they want to die for Palestine and return. But the most things important, the most thing, there is another we need to live for Palestine. And the Palestinian, if he's still alive, he is the same who is send the rocket. This is my opinion about this.
So hopefully we'll continue to talk about Gazze here and elsewhere, everywhere.
Yeah, that's really what we can do.
As a shared responsibility.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us tonight.
And thank you, Mahmoud.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you, really.
Thank you too.
We're so grateful to have you.
And thank you for everyone and for my bad English, but we try. Thank you.
Thank you.